Okay, I wanted to show us something here real fast. I really would like for us to build as much as possible in our world, but I wanted to show you you do have this other option, and this applies for tutorial world or any other thing you might want to kind of get some ideas from. But let's, if you go here to your Minecraft launcher, you'll notice you have this start server. And if you don't see that, you can just reinstall your MinecraftEDU file that you got earlier if you didn't install the server piece, and just go back and click that next time. But you'll notice, so we have this, and I can start my tutorial world if I wanted to go back through the tutorial world, or I could also grab a file from the library, from the MinecraftEDU library. So I wanted to show you this, and I could go out to the library, and I could go to the world library. I'm going to pop that open real fast and search for my worlds, anything I wanted to look at. I've already loaded up this World of Humanities just to speed it up. But for example, I could go to Viking World. And notice when I download it, I could download it with the server launcher, so that all I got to do is just launch it with the app rather than having to load it into any certain directory or anything. But I've already got this, so I am going to show you how this works here. I think I can close this. I have the Wonderful World of Humanities, so I'm going to go ahead and launch it. And I downloaded it first. Now it's in the process of launching. Give it a little minute here. Okay, so it launched. I paused the video just for a little bit because sometimes it takes a little bit. I didn't want to waste our time just staring at a blank screen, but here it is. Here's the server. It says it's still starting up. When this turns green, I'll know I can connect to it. But right now it's still red. Go ahead and confirm. Okay. Now I'll go ahead and I'll click my MinecraftEDU launcher again. And we'll keep this running. This is our server. So keep this running. You can run your own server on your desktop and then connect to it here. Let the client. Now I'm going to connect this way. Launch. With this still running. Okay, here we are. Took a little bit to load up, but I'm here. We'll go to multiplayer this time, and we can add our own server. So we will add server. Oh, there it is. It already seen it. Let's do this. I'll show you how this worked. I'll just say my server, and then you just type in localhost. That's you also usually see an IP address right here. See 10.120.120.191. You could enter that too. It'll show you what the address is. There it is. Oop, I think it's this one. One of these is let's look. Here it is. Yeah, that's it. That's the local host. So let's log in. It'll ask you to what you want to set your password as, your teacher password. And the teacher password for our local server is just Greenbush. So if you type in Greenbush, teacher. Okay. There we go. It's getting dark. Or it is dark. Let's go ahead and, oops, to title screen. And green bush. So now I'm in the humanities world, and I can walk around. I can also, to access the teacher menu, once you're logged in, let me kind of walk through here. I think I'm logged in as a teacher. Okay, there we go. It's M or P. So you either type in M or P, and it'll usually, it's one of those. Kind of depends which computer. On this older computer, it was M. And I think on Windows computers, it's an M. But on my newer computer, it's P. So if you set yourself as creative, but you can also see some of the other teacher tools in here. So how you would manage students. One thing I'm going to do is, let's go off to, let's go to Rome. It's taking me to Rome. Julie was asking, and I wanted to show her specifically kind of some of the ideas, especially this world of humanities. I'm going to change the daylight thing, though, because I think I can do that here. Oop, keeps booting me. I've had students on this server all day, so it's not wanting to cooperate. But it's a good way to get ideas. And here I'm teleported way out to the tree house. There's a lot of different worlds out here, or a lot of different parts of this land. There's Greece, there's China, there's Chinese architecture, there's Roman, ancient Roman architecture. So it's kind of a neat place to explore. Here's an idea of some of the Roman architecture. So if you're running your own server, you can load up any of these worlds and kind of explore them and get some building ideas too. But also I wanted to show you in your inventory, oops, let me go back and make myself, creative mode has been enabled. Oh, there's a check mark. Okay, so now when I go to my menu, you'll notice as a teacher you have a lot of other blocks. So I've got these building, you can build. I've got these disallow building. I've got some oh, that's the build allow. That's the build disallow. The border block, the border stop. So you've got all these, and they're kind of nice to tinker with. You've also got this information block, which is, I'll put it down here, a nice block to use if you have a large set of text that you're wanting to see how I can really fill this in. It covers the whole screen. So I can really fill this in, this large text area. So that's kind of a neat block to experiment and play around with. You got your teleport block that you can teleport kids to specific areas or the learner to specific areas. So that is some of those blocks. You got your number blocks. I think the students already have access to this. Some of the turtle stuff, but really this is kind of the big area specific to teachers in the inventory. So I wanted to show some of that stuff and show you that you can run your own server to get some ideas. And if you had to, I mean, ideally we would like to have you build most of your stuff on our server. But if you just get to where there are things you can't build, you can take one of these pre-existing worlds and augment it for your lesson, and then you could do your walkthrough from your own server, worst case scenario. And then in our world, point it to your specific video for your walkthrough. So that is, in a nutshell, running your own server on your machine, your own machine, grabbing a world from the directory, online directory, and then connecting to it and exploring.